This should be awesome. This should be so fast because I'm on 5G. Woo! That was fast. Good morning. Welcome to Psychic Cafe, the new speedy version. Maybe it won't have any glitches, but it should be really good today, all of it. I can't wait. I can't wait for it to be problem-free. But the camera didn't want to connect. The app wouldn't work, so I rebooted my phone and that worked. How's everybody today? Are you all good? I'm good. It's massage day for me. Wednesday. Did you all see the pick a card read I did last night? Well, I did it yesterday. I didn't do it last night. I uploaded it. How good is this? 5G right outside my room. It's right there. It's just above that curtain right there. It's so good. It's made me so happy. And now it makes my working so much faster. Even just like going on a website, bam, it's there straight away. It's great. I'm very happy. They not only did it for me, they did it for my neighbours down there. They put another one outside theirs too, so they were so happy too because they're working on mine as well. So very good times. So emotional, Melissa. My moisturiser is about. Got the deeper dive. Awesome. Yeah, that was a good one. And it's getting plenty more views on my YouTube channel. You see, I'm just going to have to stick with basic ones and not be so creative. Maybe do one of the creative ones a week, but they really don't get a lot of views, those ones. Hi, Marie. Hi, everybody. So, as always, I'm going to pick some cards out for the collective and do some channeling. But if you want a mini read, I see that somebody already wants a mini read because I got a donation through already from A Brush with Creation. Who's that? Who's brushing with creation here? If you've got a question, brushing with creation, just put a Q in your comments. So yeah, if you want a mini read from your higher self, just check out that pinned comment up there. Tells you it's by donation. Hi Barbara, I haven't seen you for a while. No, I'm not worried about 5G, Stephanie. It's not a tower. It's a thing. Oh my god, conspiracy theorists, what the hell? No. Jane, that's a Q. That's a Q without a question. Jane, is that you, A Brush with Creation? It's not a 5G tower. A tower outside my room. But no, I'm not worried about 5G at all. I'm not like I wasn't worried about 3G or 4G. Conspiracy theorists nutters. I want to make a problem out of everything. Scared of everything. Let's get some cards out for the collective. And A Brush with Creation. I await your question. I'm excited today because of my 5G. Yeah, so what as I was saying, if you want a mini read from your higher self, just check out that pinned comment. It's by donation, so super chat, super sticker, or there's a PayPal link in that pinned comment as well. Hi, Maria. Oh, cool. Welcome, Jane. You made it. Whereabouts are you, Jane? Okay, we've got a card out. Oh, sharing wisdom. That's what I do. Sharing your wisdom. Sharing our wisdom today. I wonder what wisdom we've gained. Well, we were talking about wisdom yesterday, weren't we? The wisdom that we've gained through time. Hey, Mystic Vision. And everyone else. I was in the fluster when I was starting because the camera didn't work. The app just wouldn't work. So I had to reboot my phone. So I didn't get a chance to see all the names that are in here already, but you're all very welcome. Middle of the United States. Oh, so it's a good time for you, isn't it? This show, isn't it? Like middle of the evening or something for you guys. First thing in the morning for me. I used vitamin C on my skin last night, and this morning I'm using peptides. He's making a difference. Just wait until you see me in 2 months' time. My bathroom looks like a chemist shop now. People can be allergic to each other. Seriously. I think I'm allergic to a lot of people. I had yogurt this morning. Trying it out again. We'll see. Chicken doesn't like it. Oh my God, yesterday. Oh, chicken. She aged me. So I was waiting for my dinner to arrive. It was being delivered. And what was I doing? I don't know what I was doing. I was over there. And then I heard the motorbike coming, the scooter coming with my dinner on it. And so I got up, and Chicken, she was sharpening her claws on the table there, the leg of the table, and she got a claw caught in the tablecloth, and she was tugging, and she was tugging, and she was tugging. You can't see it, but there's a glass ashtray, and in the glass ashtray is a glass bottle like this one with some of these flowers in, orchids, and it got right to the corner, and she was about to pull it off the table, and I was running, opening the door as fast as I could to save it, and I just caught it in time. And then my heart was like, and then my dinner was there with a couple that brought it to me, and I was just, my heart was beating through my chest. Yeah, bad vibes. Chicken's just trouble, hey? How's that? Someone commented on the pick a card read saying that Chicken was annoying them, that Cat was annoying them. Wow, imagine how bad, how unhappy you gotta be to be annoyed about a furry animal in a video. Seriously. I couldn't figure out the time. Well, I always set this up in advance. In fact, I pretty much set it up, this show up on my channel when this one finishes. I set the next one up straight away. So on YouTube, you should see it sitting there on my channel, waiting. And then you'll get the time factor. Right. Oh, look at this. Perfect key. I like that yellow colour. I'm on 5G now, Maria. Isn't it good? I bet it's not glitchy at all, is it? I bet it's... Oh, it should be smooth, as smooth as my skin's going to be in a few months. It should be really good now. It's so fast. And I'm going to be able to upload my videos here from my room instead of having to process them here and then walk down there. It's so much better. It's just so much better already. Like, I can click on stuff and it's right there. And videos play without doing the whirly thing every couple of minutes. So good. I'm so happy. The perfect key. Happiness, encouragement, unlock feelings. Unlock feelings. This card shows a woman holding a key in one hand and a cage with a heart in it on the other. Oh, a cage with a heart in it, like the Queen of Swords has, right? The Queen of Swords in the Light Seers deck, is it? She has a heart underneath where she's sitting in a cage. And look, my cards are mixed up. The decks are mixed up. Yeah, you see what happens when you upgrade stuff for yourself? Other people start upgrading stuff for you too. This card, where is it? The puppy's here. This heart, look at that. Beautiful uncaging. I love that card. Beautiful uncaging going on right now. From the Queen of Swords mode, where we've got boundaries, where we had to empower ourselves. And it's important to do that. It's important to put your heart in a cage and empower yourself. We've got to stop before we can open back up again, right? If we've been in dysfunctional patterns, giving out to all kinds of people, to have boundaries, we've got to stop with everyone first and then start opening back up. Then unlock our heart and go, dip a toe in, that kind of thing. Dip a toe in the water and try it out. Anyway, this card shows a woman holding a key in one hand and cage with a heart in it on the other. There's a bird sitting on the woman's shoulder, encouraging her to try different keys with his mouth. Yet the woman has already found the perfect fitting key. Oh, she can open the cage and open her heart. Sometimes life is only a search for the right key. There's something beautiful about this yellow, isn't there? I've been drawn to it the last couple of days. I keep on getting emails from this workout gear company, and they've got the most beautiful workout gear in that color. Look at it, filthy, but isn't it gorgeous? And it's very kind of spring. I don't know. There's something fresh about it, like spring green as well. That new growth, you know. Oh. She can open the cage and open her heart. She's already found the perfect fitting key. Sometimes life is only a search for the right key. There are so many things that are hard for us to approach. We can have trouble accessing our own feelings. Thanks to friends and family, there are people who can help us find the lost keys to our personal happiness. It's a very joyful card, eh? Very promising. You're gonna paint your kitchen that shade. It is yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. I'm very attracted to it. I go through phases. I've been a blue person for a very long time. I'm getting more green at the moment. I'm getting more attracted to green, but yellow, especially in the last few days, has really been calling me. I might just have to buy that workout outfit. I've got like a million on the way to me right now. New workout gear. Lemon, that's what it is. It's lemon, Barbara. Hi, Karen. 5G, I know, isn't it exciting? Really, it's really exciting. I can't tell you. It makes such a difference, not just to my work, but to my life. It's so fast. Honestly, I can say a daily read, right? They're about 20, 25 minutes long. To upload one of those videos with the old Wi-Fi, it would be about 20 minutes to upload one of those videos, like as long as the video itself. And I'd walk down there and do it on the 5G, and it's like 25 seconds. It's literally that much faster. So good. So it makes a massive difference. And now, because it's right there, I've got it. I don't lose connectivity in the bathroom. I used to lose connectivity in the bathroom. And sometimes I want to listen to music or continue watching or listening to a YouTube video when I'm in the shower. Couldn't do that before. Couldn't. Do I associate them with chakras? I don't. I don't myself. I don't have that much to do with the chakras apart from when I'm doing energy healing. Sometimes I feel them. But apart from that, no, I don't I've never got into that whole thinking about chakras too much, you know what I mean? I feel them. Yeah, happiness, hope, spontaneity, that's what it feels like to me. It's very good. I've been looking for a yellow car. Oh, yeah. The yellow new Beetle. It was my second choice. I got electric blue, like I said. I am a very blue person. I love this colour. I love this green as well. I love this tablecloth so much. Yeah, I went for, what was it? It wasn't electric blue, it was techno blue it was called, the new Beetle. When the new Beetles came out, the V-dubs, years and years ago, I bought one. But yellow was my second. And the yellow one that they did was like that colour. Beautiful. Clearing the morons and drunks off my channel. But really, how dark does your heart have to be triggered by a fluffy animal? As cute as chicken as well. Oh. It's busy today, isn't it? Oh, you're going back to work, Ceylon. No, chicken's not the bouncer. Timothy's the bouncer. Timothy's got higher boundaries than me. It's good. Keeps people in check. Kicks them out. Ariane Rod. Ariane Rod is fertility, watch out. Time is right for you to bring forth something new. See, it's that yellow colour. It's that same energy. Whether it's into the physical, spiritual, or subconscious world. Physical, please. If you don't mind, universe, it would be nice to have something in the physical world. Goddess of fertility and fate. Ariane Rod is urging you on. Okay, we're bringing forth something new. Sharing your wisdom. I like it so far. It's looking promising. Did I get a question from you? A brush with creation. I didn't see it. A cue with a question. We put it in different. You see, there's so many comments that I don't see them. This is why I asked you to put a cue at the start of your comment so I can find it. A brush with creation. You did put a cue, but there was no question with it. If you could put your question in again for your mini read, that would be great, because I can't find it. I can't even remember what your name is. Chicken's awesome. Let's get a cat out. Different cat, not a chicken cat. Hi, Mr. Baz. Focus. Meet Artemis. She's the master hunter. She can focus her attention like a laser beam. She has crystal clear vision and razor sharp hearing. She has some extra antennae that can pick up on subtle clues. She observes everything, knows how to be invisible, wow, and leaps out at the perfect moment. We often have a zillion ideas floating in our minds. We're multitasking machines. When Artemis shows up, it's time to pick one thing, to hone in and quell distractions. How will we ever catch that mouse if we don't focus on it? Letting everything else fade into the background for the moment. How will we ever catch that mouse if we don't focus on it, letting everything else fade into the background for a moment? That's funny, Mystic Visions. Oh, here we go, Jane. Yay. You read for my tomorrow really resonated with me. Will Tyson move forward and be that king of wands that you need? Let's get a crystal out for you first and see. Tyson. Will Tyson move forward? And be that one? Let's see. For Jane. Ah, no! Let's get some more information on that for you. Tyson's not. Why not? I'm really fertile too. 2 of my children are broken condoms. That's how fertile I am. Going well. Physical action. Oh, okay. So, Jane, this is about you taking action toward. Right, let me get a couple more cards out. You taking action on that love path that you're on. And Tyson helping you do that in a way because you're taking action, putting yourself out there, opening up. You got to be vulnerable and follow my knowing. So Tyson's got you to open up somewhat and move forward. I'm just getting this feeling of you being ready and kind of pushing forward, saying, come on then, if it's you. And your higher self is saying, no, it's not them. It's not Tyson, but it's going well. And you've got this, you've got this forward movement, forward momentum going on because of that. And just ready. You're just ready. You're ready for something. You're ready for something, and it's going to show up because you are ready for something. So your higher self is going to bring in someone else. And I need to find out more about this because I'm nosy. Yeah, don't doubt it. Someone else is coming. Or someone new, and you're kind of prepared now and open and kind of ready, like bring it on kind of thing. And you think it's about Tyson, but it's not. Mm. He's supposed to move to his town. There's someone else there. There's someone else there for you. That's cool. Thanks for your donation. Mm. He's a carrot. Tyson's the carrot. Gets you to move. Like I had carrot that got me to go to the gym where I met my man. That man. Last year, man, anyway. I got something in my eye. It's my finger. Yeah, that is exciting, Jane, because you've got someone new coming. Being prepared. Our high selves will do anything, right, to get us focused on the right thing, open, ready, available. They'll give us all kind of carrots for us to believe. So that we'll do something. Let's get a magic card out. Hey, Tawana. Oh, you're in the airport. Oh, I quite like airports. I haven't been in them for a long time. The last flight back was just before lockdown. Kuala Lumpur to Surat. It's freaky. On the day that that Malaysia closed the borders, that's when I was flying back. So it was the weirdest thing in the airport. Weird. Thanks, Barbara. Oh. Okay. I'm going to do Barbara's first because I've got that question in my head now, so I don't want to be reading this card out and picking up on Barbara's energy. Not that you've got bad energy. We'll keep that for the collective, and we'll do you now, Barbara. Thanks, Mr. Bowers. Barbara, why are you rubbing everyone the wrong way? I got 5G. I got fast internet. And now my new-ish MacBook and my very new iPhone 12 can work really well. It's getting better and better technology, but I was on terrible Wi-Fi before. Well, you all know that if you were here witnessing it every day. But we persisted and we went out in the end, didn't we? Why are you rubbing everyone up the wrong way? Oh, I know why. Look at this. Perfect. Meditate. So, I've been saying it over and over again in my readings. People don't like it. When you level up, when you're doing the work, people don't like it. People don't like it when you manifest stuff. When you're leaving them behind, that's why. So you're up leveling. That's why you're rubbing everyone up the wrong way. It's not about you. It's about what they're not doing. Yeah. It's like me working out and stuff. People that don't work out, they're like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be, you're working out too much. You work too much, too successful. You're just too as well. You're too whatever, Barbara. And so, time to find new people. Time to let go of those people. So first of all, let go of it bothering you and just recognize it for what it is. You know, when people have judgments about us, and they might not even be telling you what it is, but I'm telling you now what your higher self is saying. They've got a Barbara is to something in their head, and it's about what they're not doing. So yeah, just make that okay. Just kind of see it from that perspective first of all. Yeah, because you're on the up and up, appreciating yourself. So keep on appreciating yourself. The more you love yourself, the more you'll start attracting people that are loving themselves too, that are doing those things, you know. So make it mean less, really, Barbara, is what your higher self is saying, and continue on that trajectory. Don't hold yourself back for anything or anybody. Camera's broken. So now we just need to get them to sort this app out so that it doesn't keep on doing that. That would be great. And then have the perfect show. So yeah, it's a good sign, Barbara. It's a good sign. Mr. Bowers, would you like a reading? So, the card for the collector. You really know you're doing something right when you start getting haters, right? And a friend of mine, I think I've told you all this before, a friend of mine had a radio show for many years, he's got a TV show, you'll all know who he is. Americans will anyway. He said to me, you really know you're doing something important when someone tries to kill you. So yeah, at least you know at that level, yeah. Barbara. We've got a render here. Honor your mystical creative force. There's a mystical force present in all people that empowers them to affect the world or affect change in their own lives. A render appears when it's time to make a sacrifice in order to move into the next creative expression of self. Isn't it funny the way that some nutters, religious nutters, take that word sacrifice and like sacrifice someone else? You've got to let go of something. Oh, I'll kill my newborn baby. Huh? No, you've got to let go of something. You've got to sacrifice something in your life. You've got to let go of something to move forward. Not kill someone else or something else. That's not the kind of sacrifice. Anyway. A render appears when it's time to make a sacrifice in order to move into the next creative expression of self. You love just for being you, Christine. You love just for being you, Christine. Those people that are haters, they hate everybody and they hate themselves. You've just been around really bad people. They hate everyone and they hate themselves. Not about you. The maiden contemplates her role in creation. The seed, the birth, the nurture, the release. Both in her ability to procreate and her choices of expressing her creative force in relationships. How interesting. I want to say this again, but have it flow. The maiden contemplates her role in creation. The seed, the birth, the nurture, the release. Both in her ability to procreate, that fertility again, and her choices of expressing her creative force in relationships, music, art, and food. She sits bathed in the light of the distant full moon, her mystical powers reflecting far into the past and far into the future. The sacred snake extends from her woven hair. Her blood is offered to it as a sacrifice. It's a sacred dance of creation to give life and in return have some of her own taken away, transferred, transformed. This card embodies the ancient goddess as she was depicted in the Garden of Eden, as a primordial, omniscient serpent, the bearer of wisdom. If this card is drawn by a woman, well, seeking to start a family, Hi now. It confers pregnancy and fertility. Aranda relates to all the sacred female cycles, the transitions of maiden to mother to crone. I'm croning right now. Blessing them as divine and equally valuable and beautiful. Oh. We're creating something new. Honor your mystical creative force, it says. Let's get some guidance for Mr. Bowers. Mr. Bowers. Oh, there's chicken. On my towel again. Mr. Bowers. Judgment about abundance. We all have it, don't we? Judge ourselves about abundance. Make it mean too much. Make money mean too much. Feel good about ourselves when we've got money. Feel bad about ourselves when we don't have money. It's hard not to. It's easy to feel good about ourselves when we've got money and when we're lucky and good things are happening and stuff like that. Not so easy to feel good about ourselves when the opposite is true. We've got doubt cancels abundance and accept what is here. So, but we're the same person whether we've got money or not. Our lovability doesn't change. So why do we change the way that we feel within ourselves? So we've all got a parent inside of our head, really. It's not that good a parent judging us. Judging ourselves, what we've got with what we've not got. Right, and so you're being asked, Mr. Bowers, to validate your choices instead. Validate your choices, all of them, and your lessons. Parent yourself better inside of your head. Find a new approach. Validate your choices wherever you are. There's nothing wrong with tripping up. Absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. We've got to do it to learn. And it's not bad to learn. We're all here to learn. Yeah, that's true. What Timothy just said. You're very strong. You are very strong. I told you ages ago. When you empower yourself, watch out, world. And then you really will stop being around people like that when you're doing the self-love thing. Everyone does when they do the self-love thing. You just stop making different choices for yourself. Interesting cards, huh? So let's get tarot out. Starchild tarot. Oh, I'm showing you this box today, but I am. Starchild tarot. Who made it? Created by Danielle, Noel. What's the tarot story today? I'm really tempted. Just because of that card, I'm really tempted to buy that yellow workout gear. I've got about 10 more than 10 workout outfits on the way that I've ordered within the last month and they still haven't arrived yet. It might be 15, but I'm really feeling compelled to get that yellow one. I chuck all of my old workout gear out. It's raggedy, and yeah, you go through that phase, Christine. We all do. We all have to do that. You got to be alone first. Like that heart with a key. We've got to lock our hearts up first. Take care of it before we open it up a smidgen. Dip our toe out and go, okay, I've sorted this pattern out now. Am I going to choose good for myself? She's about to introduce a new deck. See, this is why I showed you, because Melissa was going to tell me that. She is. Oh, cool. Let me know when it comes out. I feel like I need that one. Very beautiful cards, these. Do I have a mentor on this? I don't have time. I actually do. I used to have a mentorship program years ago, and I was going to tell you that someone is still on it. They're not, in fact. They finished a few months ago. But I just don't have time. But yeah, I used to. Well, but people that get regular readings off me, it's kind of like mentorship. Yeah, in here. I'm shifting to one-to-many because it's one-on-one work. It's my least favorite now. It kind of takes the most energy for the least reward for me. Wanting to teach kind of in a bigger way. So I really like this show and this format. Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? The only time you see your kids and grandkids is when they want something. It sucks. And we're worth so much more than that. You are going to have reciprocity. You are going to have reciprocity. Am I on the pre-order? No. Mystic Oceans. Okay. Thanks, Melissa. I knew I had to show you that box for some reason. Yeah, there's always silence before a storm. And it's tricky, but then you'll get to the point, Christine. Well, I think you already have, in fact, because I know from what you've been saying, where you really start to love it because it's a relief to be away from them. And just don't take that personally. I mean, my family is exactly the same too. Like a few years ago, I thought, I wonder if I don't get in touch with any of them at Christmas, if they'll get in touch with me. The answer is no, they didn't. There I was thinking those little breadcrumbs. Oh, they replied to me. It's like, oh, check yourself, Claire. Someone replies to you, you're still the first one to put in the effort. You stop, and then you're like, no, they don't do a thing for me. Fuck them. No way. I don't have anyone like that in my life, whether they're blood family or not. Like, seriously, someone that doesn't care about me that much, not to do a thing. Nah. Oh, look, the Hierophant. Go on the site and put in my email. Mystic Oceans. Mystic Oceans, what's her name? I'm going to do it right now. Danielle, Noel. Excuse me, everybody. Mystic Oceans, Danielle. No. Camera stopped. Camera started again. Pinterest, Instagram, gallery, Pinterest, Starseed Designs. I don't see a website. I don't see a website. Where's the website? The Moonchild Tarot, is that the one? The Moonchild? Is it? Oh no, that's Pinterest again. Dreams Tarot. Oh my god, I can't see a website. Effort. They do start coming in, those new people, when you're in that space. But you have to be there for quite a while. I mean, forced communication is the worst. Ugh, man. Just can't be bothered, huh? It's heartbreaking too. You don't realize how much you're breaking your own heart by persisting with people like that. Nah. No, thank you. It's so different than the people that I'm around now. So different. The Hierophant. The Hierophant indicates a wonderful time for you to explore new dreams, meet new people, gain new insights and spiritual knowledge. I like it. This may also signify someone who has the potential to shift the course of your life path in order to bring enlightenment, wisdom, and truth. Do not limit yourself. Exploration is an important part of self-discovery. This may include pursuing new avenues of education or learning through formal training. The Hierophant may also suggest a need to connect with unified consciousness, which may be spiritual in nature or within the conventions of a group, such as this. Group. If anyone isn't in our Facebook group, come along to it. It's called Psychic Cafe No Muggles Allowed. Facebook group. Join, please. If you're searching for greater meaning at this time, think about what it is you would like to learn or change in your life. What activities can you explore that connect with your own mind, body, and spirit? How do I celebrate my spiritual self? What do I have yet to explore? What brings me joy, peace, and happiness? I'm getting that yellow colour from this card as well. Hierophant, she's got a crystal ball, has she? Is that a crystal ball? I think. She needs to sort that eye makeup out now. What? I'm getting a newness from that. The Hierophant. Yeah. The Hierophant's Taurus. Gotta love that. Oh no. Slippy cards strike again. Hang on, I'm trying to save a slippage that's happened here. Where's the Hierophant again? I've got quite a mess going on here. Was it that nutter, Mr. Bowers, that you were telling us about? You've got to be careful out there. There's some crazy people. Most people, in fact. Most people are unhealed, unaware of themselves, responding, just in respond, react, you know? Most people are like that. Respond, react. Not doing the inner work at all. Totally asleep. Sleepwalkers. I'll be with you shortly. I'm trying to save there we go. Save the cards from making even more of a mess because they're all perched on my legs. Sort it all out. Yeah, be careful out there amongst the muggles. And then, we do the work on ourselves and then we start judging ourselves compared to the muggles, thinking that they've got it better than us. They don't. They might be in relationships, but they're not in good ones, believe me. They don't have it better. Right. Got my cards again. I missed. Oh yeah, I remember that. 262 Timothy and young buck. Narcissist with a victim mentality. What a combo. Yeah, it's just so common. And all of these things are common because people are unhealed and not doing. We've been in a narcissistic age, really, of people so devoid of spirituality. Like that's one thing that religion has done, really. There are positive aspects of it too, but it takes the spirituality out of it. So outsourcing your soul to someone else, and it's really, I don't know if it's led people in the wrong direction, whether people were in the right direction before that. I don't know. We do all kinds of things, don't we, as a society that are worse for us. We scream at each other all the time. Nuts. Yeah. Wow. What's this? I've got to find a reason to scream, right? Hey, Hazel. 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 Cool dream, mystic visions. There's a mystic vision. Oh, something under the table. Yeah, I thought so. 4 cards came out and spread themselves all over the room. And we need them all. Okay, in order of them coming out, we're starting out with justice. There's something divine about what's going on at the moment. A grand sorting, the justice card, the balance, the judge. Very karmic time. Like karma, always happens, right? We've always got karma, but it seems to be amped up at the moment. Extremes are being amped up at the moment. A divine sorting is what I'm getting here. The Hierophant. The spiritual choices that we're making practically for ourselves. Not just I'm a this or I'm a that, but what we're actually doing, how we're living it, how we're being it. It's sorted. It's being sorted at the moment. We're being sorted into houses like Harry Potter houses. The High Priestess. So we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess with justice in between them. No, you know that channeling I did about twin flames and what they really are? Very high level, aligned people finding each other and having a relationship, like the Hierophant and the High Priestess, in order to create a new way of being, like being a new relationships kind of thing, a new way of being in relationships, to lead. to kind of take over things. Not take over like control stuff, but I don't know, to like lead whatever groups or countries or islands or businesses, to lead, and as a couple. I'm picking this up again. That justice is coming in. So if you've been thinking that the Muggles have it good, it might appear like that, but they don't really. They don't really have it good. You just made yourself some butterbeer. It's getting all Harry Potter in here. Then look what we've got. Something needs to end. This sacrifice again. It's a way of thinking. Swords are a way of thinking. It's about the way we're perceiving things. Like I always say with this can be a painful ending, but it doesn't have to be. It's just about the way that we're thinking about things. Like if we think, oh, it's terrible, you shouldn't have to let go of your family, instead of going and have my family don't ever get in touch with me unless they want something, or if I don't get in touch with them, they never. You know, it's the way that we think about it and the judgments that we put on it. So a sacrifice needs to be made, but it's in our thoughts anyway. It's just about freeing us up from some belief that we've had about ourselves and what we should be able to do, what we should do, what we should hold on to, what it's not okay to let go of, what it's not okay to sacrifice. You know, one of the weird things, I don't know why I want to say this, but I do. One of the weird things about moving continents is the stuff that you leave behind and the stuff that you take with you as well. You really find out what's important to you when all you're taking is a suitcase into your new life. I don't know why I had to say that, but I did. But it's that kind of an energy. You know how that card, I'm not sure which it was, I think maybe it was that Arenda, said that we've got to sacrifice something. We've got to let something go. But yeah, we've got to let something go. Judgment. For Judgment Day. Powerful cards, those. Oh, I just want to read that. Okay, let's read Ten of Swords out. It might have something about the sacrifice in it, but probably not. Oops. Endings, breakdown, dead end, severing ties, failure. When the Ten of Swords comes up in a reading, it may signify backstabbing and betrayal. That's how it appears on the surface, but really it's how we're thinking about it. It might appear like someone's backstabbing you, but as we've just discussed before, it's about themselves and how much they don't love themselves. Not really backstabbing you, backstabbing everybody. But, you know, a dog that's been abused snaps at everyone, and it's not about the person. The person's not going to go, oh, there's something wrong with me? What's wrong with, why does everyone hate me? No, it's the dog. It's the dog that's traumatized. It's about the dog. It's not about everyone else that it's snapping at. It's going to snap at everyone. So the backstabbing betrayal, it's about the person that's doing it. It's not about us. We get all offended and triggered by stuff because we think it's about us, and it's not. They're literally doing it to everybody because they're doing it to themselves. Not about us at all. And we can say, oh, well, this should be a good person because I'm blood related to them or whatever. No, they shouldn't. They should just be human, and if they're messed up, they're messed up. So, yeah, it may signify backstabbing and betrayal, but Swords is all about thoughts, and it's about the way you're taking it. This card could indicate having enemies, feeling bitter, being disloyal. This card is known as the endings card. I mean, you're perhaps ending a romantic relationship, a friendship, a professional relationship, family relationship, or a different kind of relationship. Someone you may know could be bitter or bitchy towards you at this time, making you feel like less than a friend. They may even be talking behind your back. You bet they are. Or trying to sabotage you in some way. They can't sabotage you though, hey? You can only sabotage yourself by letting them, by continuing to be around them. We've got to recognize these people, and unfortunately it's the majority of the population of the planet. Seriously, it is. There's so very few people doing the work. There's no reason to, listen to this, there's no reason to keep a relationship that's toxic. There's no reason. Not, oh, but I could help them. Oh, but I'm helping. You're not. There's no reason to keep a relationship that's toxic. So it's best to end it now before it gets out of hand. Yeah, just be a great person to yourself, Heather. Gotta sacrifice something, you see. Don't kill them. Don't put them on a stone slab and stab them through the heart. Just walk away from them. Back off, run away. And how do you allow yourself to do that? By sorting the swords out, sorting your head out about it first. It's not me. It was just like the biggest thing of my recovery from the abuse was realizing. I used to think, why am I left out? Why are they all loving each other and not me? Why am I the odd one out? Because I seem to be the aware one. How come I'm singled out? How come I am the black sheep? And then I realized they're not loving each other. They're not loving themselves. They're literally doing this to everyone. They're doing it to each other too. They're abusing each other. That's not love. I'm just the only one that recognizes it and has backed off from it. It's not about me. They do it to everybody. And that's when it was okay for me to walk away then. I was just like, whoa, just leave them to it. Judgment. So let's read out Judgment now. Judgment, review, transition, rite of passage, maturing. Yeah, well, don't be around them, Christine. Cut them out. Doesn't matter who they are. Really, it doesn't matter who they are. There is no reason to be around a toxic person. When judgment comes up in a reading, now is the time to review. Interesting that my cough was a bit like the trumpet, because that trumpet here. Da, 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 da. When judgment comes up in a reading, now is the time to review. Judgment is a card of change. The current phase of your life is now coming to an end, so it's best to take this change with patience. Ask yourself, can't speak. Ask yourself what brought you to this sudden change. Oh God, so many things. My throat's not going to work, I can feel it. I'll get some more coffee and then I'll continue reading that out. Yes, it's the hardest when it's your children. That's exactly what I was thinking. But I've had to. For their sake too. No, children, you cannot be assholes and have me in your life. It's not okay. Even though I'm your mum, it is not okay. You're going to get the correct feedback for behavior like that. You cannot treat your mum like that just because she's your mum. Nah. This is where you lose me, kids. good luck with your lives, but you'll learn more by my absence than you will by me sticking around and letting you treat me like that. Not a chance. I do not let anybody treat me like that. Not anybody. So yeah, it's the hardest. But I had to do it. It's best for me, best for them. Okay. See if I can speak now. I've got coffee. It needs to be said, right? And it's hard. It's hard because you feel like the worst mom in the world. Everyone's like, oh, shame on you. You should be able to. Nah. There's been so much enabling gone on in parenting. So much enabling. Gone too far the other way, right? From abuse to enabling. From abuse to codependency. Codependently raising our children. Sort themselves out. They will. I believe in them. After all, my kids are a bit of me. They've got me in them. They'll figure it out. They will. When judgment comes up in a reading, now's the time to review. Judgment is the card of change. The current phase of your life is now coming to an end, so it's best to take this change with patience. Ask yourself what brought you to this sudden change and what you can do to keep a clear mind in the cloud of change, right? And then you've got to keep on with that. And I know I've always done the best. I know I've done the best for everyone. I know that I've made good decisions. And sure, I wish my life could have been different, but I know that I made the best decisions with what I'd got. I can feel it. I don't feel any regret. It used to hurt. It doesn't hurt me anymore, hey? There isn't anything that can be done. Yeah. How many decks do I have? It's a good question. A lot. And what can you do to keep a clear mind in the cloud of change? Some of the biggest lessons we learn in life happen when we are at most trying times. Oh, for sure. It can be full of surprises and cannot stay the same forever. Right now, you're being held responsible for your choices and behaviors. This is paramount for maturity and space to grow. That's it. Yeah, Mr. Bowers, you're right. Be the example. That's what I realized that I had to be for my kids, is be the example of breaking away from that. You know, because I was in that same position that they were in, and I've broken away from it and just hope that they do too. But, you know, hold, be the example, show them how it's done. Yeah. You don't need many decks to start doing private readings, but I've got a lot of decks, but I've settled into a groove of just using a few of them now. It makes my job easier. Like you might have noticed that I keep on using the same cards now for all of the readings. It makes it easier, and then I'm not having to. Yeah, I've just settled in the groove with the cards. The one I know what works well together, like this Lightseer's deck works well with the whatever that one's called, Muse Tarot, and then with this. They're a really good combination. Shamanic Healing Oracle there for clarity. I do love the tea leaf cards because they've got a bit of real world stuff on them. Seven of Pentacles. We picked up the kitty cards. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Seven of Pentacles. Planted the seeds. We're being patient. That patience. That's what it said in Judgement as well. We've got to be patient. You make your choices and then you've got to be patient. Like where you are at the moment, Christine, that when you draw back and then you're totally by yourself. You've got to be patient with that phase. Planted different seeds than everyone else, you see. Than most people anyway, not everyone else, but than most people. We've planted different seeds than most people. There's big change coming, hey? These cards are saying it. These are new seeds that we're planting. Big change. Oh no, Gabe, you're trying to break my 5G. What's your love life looking like? You're not going to break it. I'm on 5G now. You cannot break it. I'm invincible. And now we can all get off Gabe's back. Breaking the internet. Oh my God, last night I was crying watching this video. They were so funny. I've been checking out skincare stuff. There's these two guys. Oh my God, they're twins. They're called the Welsh twins. I was watching one of them in his YouTube channel. And oh my God, they're just so funny together. They did an April Fool's prank and then they showed the video. I'm crying even thinking about it. I was laying in bed. It was before I was going to go to sleep, and then it was pretty hard to go to sleep after that because I was just like, but I'm crying now thinking about it. You know when your stomach hurts, you're laughing that hard. It was hilarious. So funny. Check them out. They're so funny. Oh my God. Crazy. It's made me cry, Polly. Page of Inspiration here. Let's do your guide before we go into that. I've got that thing where I don't know what it is. If I smile too hard, or it's something about the tear ducts and the construction of the face that when I laugh, it makes me cry. It makes tears come out. It's not crying, but it makes tears come out of my eyes if I smile. The 12 Welsh twins. Oh my God, they're so funny. Did you see that video? It was the uncut version. It was them filming their April Fool's prank. It was just so funny. Gabe. Decide and wait. Interesting. You know what I'm getting from this? That story about, I think it's about a farmer. Oh, let me find it. Yeah, the makeup artist. Well, one of them's a skincare. One of them's skincare and one of them is makeup. So I knew the skincare one, whatever his name is. But they've got a joint channel. I watched another one after that. Of course, after I'd watched that video of them filming it, the full thing, the uncut version, hilarious. And then I had to watch the prank that they did, to see how the hell they managed to edit that video so that you couldn't tell that they were just like cracking up every other word. But how far out they managed to edit that video. And then I watched another one of them doing skincare and makeup from the 16th, 17th century or something. Oh my God, they're so funny. Let's get a tissue because it's making me cry. Gabe. Can't decide and wait. Yeah, that was it. I was going to find that story. Let me find that story. I'm going to read it out to everyone because I'm not going to do it justice. It's about a farmer, I think, and a son, and What does it do? Yeah, see, this is it. Oh, how? I put Farmer Son Story War in to try and find it, and I found it. How good? How good is that? I'm going to read it out to you. Let's sort the camera out first. It would be awesome if they fixed this up so that the camera didn't break. So here we go. This is for you, Gabe, but for everyone else too. It's a Taoist story of an old farmer who's worked his crops for many years. One day his horse ran away. Upon hearing the news, his neighbours came to visit. Such bad luck, they said sympathetically. Maybe, said the farmer. The next morning the horse returned, bringing with it 3 other wild horses. How wonderful, the neighbours exclaimed. Maybe, replied the old man. The following day his son tried to ride one of the untamed horses, was thrown and broke his leg. The neighbours again came to offer their sympathy on his misfortune. Maybe, he answered. The day after, the military officials came to the village to draft young men into the army. Seeing that their son's leg was broken, they passed him by. The neighbours congratulated the farmer on how well things had turned out. Maybe, said the farmer. You see, the farmer was being really wise, right? Realizing, well, maybe. And that's the energy I'm getting for you, Gabe, too, is just kind of sitting back and in your love life, decide and wait, just like, okay, show me. Having more patience now. This isn't about being wary. It's not being about being skeptical. It's just kind of being like that farmer. It's being wise, is what it is, like that farmer is. Be like that farmer. Maybe. A lot of people aren't wise like that. A lot of people in love, someone shows up, you're my twin flame. Like so many people are like that. And not being the farmer, saying maybe, they're running around like the neighbours going, that's amazing, that's terrible, you're amazing, you're my twin flame. No, you're terrible. You're a monster, you're a narcissist. No, you're amazing, you're my twin flame. No, you're a monster. Yeah, don't be like that. So this is telling me that you're growing up, that you're maturing, that you are getting your wisdom together. You're being more of a maybe now. Let them show you, let them prove themselves. Give them time. Yes, you see, look. So you've been in sabotage patterns before, like the neighbours. And now you're in success patterns. You're going to get success. Everybody is in relationships if you do that. If you be like the farmer. Be wise like the farmer. It's such a great story. I need a massage. The gym wasn't open yesterday. I couldn't do my knee program. It was Songkran. It was New Year. I checked on the Facebook page before I went too. Didn't put it on there, but they were closed. Oh, who wants $25 off the first purchase of workout gear from Outdoor Voices? Anybody? You just sent me an email saying refer a friend and you can have $25 off. You want it? Put your email address in the thing and I'll send it right to you. Oh, that's cute, Christine. Right, let's get on with this. So we've planted new seeds and we've got to be patient for them to grow and we've got to be wise while they're coming up as well. Gabe's higher self just reminded us. Page of Inspirations. I've got to read this out of the book. The Page of Inspiration. Page 1's, of course. The Muse book. Does anyone else have that? If they smile too much, they cry. It was terrible on my wedding day. My face was actually hurting from smiling without crying. I have to smile in a particular way not to have the tear ducts get triggered. It's tricky. Or just cry and stuff. It's good. What's good about this mascara that I use? Tear-proof, sweat-proof, waterproof, even wash your face proof it is. Only comes off with oil. Page of inspiration. Yeah, it has got great colours. Eh? Oh, look at that. I've opened it at the right page. Page of inspiration. A million sparks of ideas. All the enthusiasm at the beginning. Brainstorming and planting seeds for new projects and futures. Successful starts. The vibrancy of youth. A zest for life. Ideation and creativity. Exciting possibilities. Rain clouds of creativity. A cloud of ideas blooms overhead, popping with the excitement of what could be. This page of inspiration really can't help herself. She always has 1,000,001 thoughts flowing in succession, and all of them carrying sparks of infinite possibility. She laughs at the thought of putting each one of them into action. She'll be the first to tell you that she will gift you an inspiration, a thought, a reason, a bright rain at the end of a drought, but it's not her zone of genius to make that idea a reality. Oh, she's ideas woman. That is your job, my love. Her rainbow hair sways in the wind and another idea pops effortlessly, this time for someone else. As she drizzles a symphony of solutions and answers and potential, she shares them freely. And now it's your turn to root into your belief, hope, and faith and take action to make them real. Do you want me to stop, Christine, so you can go and pee? Inside my mind, this cosmic spark and all the lines of light, a code that dives deep in the dark with radiant shards of sight. Interesting, hey? It's interesting because of this. First card out was sharing your wisdom, and it's a similar kind of thing. Something really powerful about sharing your stuff freely. I used to share my stuff freely before, but it never worked out very well for me. That's the codependent thing. When I was in codependent patterns, I would be doing stuff like this all the time and not be able to pay my rent. So, do you have to hone them into one inspirational creativity to make a career out of it? Now, like I was saying, when you share freely, like people used to say that, you share freely and then it all comes back to you. And I used to share freely and it didn't come back to me. And it's because I wasn't doing the self-love thing, I was doing the codependent thing before. And it all has to start with self-love. It all has to start with self-love, even business. So I'm in this business group, right? And a few of them do similar things to me. And they were talking, this was a while ago, they were talking about how you have to niche yourself, how you have to have this one idea and niche yourself to make this work. And I say, no, you don't. I do general readings for anybody. I'm not niched. Sometimes I'm talking about this, sometimes I'm talking about that. And it works. And they all agreed, well, that's because I'm in a high state of alignment. If you're not in a high state of alignment, you got to do the hustle, you got to do the con, or you got to do the niche thing. The niche thing if you've got integrity kind of thing. That's not the right word, because integrity, you can be in integrity and do the con thing. You can be in integrity and do the niche thing. You know, it's more, if you want to do the right thing, you know, you're less likely to do the con job. Well, I don't know, we've all done the con job though. That's what I've been pointing out in my readings lately, is the, you know, the people that are selling those shortcuts and stuff. They don't realize that it's a con job when they're doing it. They fully believe it. It depends where you're at. I noticed one teacher has turned around that used to teach the hustle, has turned against the hustle. Back when she was teaching the hustle, I'm like, but look at that reading. Look at the meaning of the word hustle. It's about conning. That's what it means. Yeah, I never wanted to do that. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's, thanks, Deepta, for your donation. It's interesting in business because you have to do what you have to do as you're learning. But if you do the self-love thing first, it kind of opens the doors. Yeah. Mhm. The page of inspiration. Dipta, have you got a question? Was it in your donation? Any guidance regarding my current energies? Let's find out, Dipta. Guidance with your current energies. Breathe and sabotage. It's interesting. You know how yoga teaches us that breath, or it can teach us that breath is an indicator of where you're at within yourself. What I mean by that is, if you're doing a yoga pose and your breath starts speeding up, you know, when you're doing something that's difficult and your breath changes, doesn't it? You're like puffing and puffing, or say if you've got pain or something like that, your breath will change. Breath is an indicator of where you're at within yourself. If you're pushing too hard, your breath can show you. Yeah, if you pay attention to your breath, it can tell you where you're at, is what I'm getting. Especially when you're sabotaging yourself, your breath will change. Isn't that interesting? So yeah, this is saying that you can get your guidance through your breath. It is. I think I wrote a blog on this. BeHealing.com. I'm going to read it out to you. Years ago, I wrote a blog on this. I'm sure of it. Where's my blog? There it is. And it's about breath. I can search on it. Breath. My website's great. Let breath be your guide. Here it is. Breath is our teacher. When did I write this? The 2nd of July 2010. This is what Claire said then. Breath is our teacher. You can notice your own breath and how it changes to give you clear guidance on whether what you're thinking, feeling, or doing is right for you. So this is a guidance system, right? Like our emotional guidance system. But we can use our breath for it. If you're not sure about something, check in with your breath. Then think of what you're unsure of. Has your breath slowed or quickened? Also, when we're practicing yoga, notice your breath. If it's strained at all, then you're pushing too far. Let breath be your guide. I'm Claire Louise, and I help you claim your true power to manifest the life of your dreams through self-awareness and alignment with your higher self. Want to work with me? Click here to find out how. Oh, only one person like that. 404 error, page not found. So the links from 2010 aren't working. That's not a surprise, is it? Oh, just went back in time then. So yeah, That, Deepta. Do that. Let breath be your guide, because it's going to show up whether something's a sabotage or not. Your breath changing. Yeah, shallow breaths. Let breath be your guide, Deepta. Have you all read my blog? I don't know. There's years and years of stuff. I've stopped writing now in it because I do like doing the video thing. But is this thought useful in detachment? This is your higher self asking you to use that breath work. So you might have thought that breath work is like forcing your breath into different things. This is a different kind of breath work. This is noticing your breath, not just to meditate to quiet your mind, but watching your breath and how it changes to get some guidance from it and to find out whether your thoughts are useful, to be able to detach from the ones that aren't. So, like Jane said there, whether you're taking shallow breaths, notice. Because if something relaxes us, we take a deep breath, don't we? So nice. It's so nice. Exercise changes our breath too. Gets us to take deep breaths. Masks. They change our breath too. I really don't like it. It's so hot. Masks are so hot. It's right there on my website, behealing.com. Click on the blog thing at the top. I used to write a lot. So yeah, we can force our breath into making us feel better, but we can also notice it too. So that's your guidance, Deepta. Trust me. Use your breath. Feels like your higher self wants to get in touch with you directly, wants you to use your own guidance system, kind of thing. So we're planting seeds and we're growing them, we're having ideas and stuff. It seems like the Hierophant and the High Priestess are coming together, that there's been some kind of a sorting going on, sorted into houses. Which Harry Potter house do you reckon I would be put in? And which one you? Which one would you be put in? I got 2 cards out of this deck. Knight of Wands and the Tower. The Knight of Wands, whenever I see this, I get this cavalier attitude about this. Just being brave, especially when things are falling apart. Break things apart. Smash it, you know? Don't be afraid to break stuff. Cut stuff off. Leave people behind. Don't be afraid to make the tower fall. Be cavalier about it. Be braver. Be courageous. Sometimes we stop ourselves from doing the right thing for ourselves and in our lives because we won't do this. We're afraid of breaking something down that we shouldn't do that. Be braver to break things apart. You see, we've got that Ten of Swords there. We do have to let stuff go. There needs to be a sacrifice that's made. The tower's going to fall. The tower's falling anyway. It's better to recognize that the tower's falling and push it over. If your house is falling apart, it's better to get a wrecking ball in and knock it all down, right? If you can't repair it, before you build it up again, not just keep on patching it up, patching it up, patching it up. It's what I've been saying over and over again lately. Firm foundations. We have to have firm foundations now. And what are the firm foundations? It's ourselves first. It's our self-love. That's the firm foundation. Ourselves. Then our relationships. Then the people we hang out with, the people that we're with, the relationships that we have. They've got to be firm and reciprocal and strong and good. And we've got to start recognizing and choosing people that are doing the self-love too. See, there's so many people that are like, oh, but I just want to find someone who's like me, like-minded, someone else that's good. It's like, well, you can, but you've got to do the self-love thing first, because those kind of people are going to run a mile from you if you're not doing the self-love thing. It's the aversion that I feel now for people that aren't taking care of themselves. They're going to feel about you if you're not taking care of yourself too. So don't be afraid of pushing those towers over that are crumbling anyway. Don't be afraid of it. Be brave. Cavalier. Be cavalier about it. Push those towers over. The High Priestess again. She jumped out right away. Illumination and knowledge. The wisdom coming out again, the wisdom. Sharing your wisdom. Got to do it ourselves before we can share that wisdom. Got to be more cavalier about it. Put yourself out there. So it seems that a few of us are here to make big changes in the world, to lead the way. But to do that, we've actually got to lead the way, and we've got to make those brave decisions and do things differently. You can't just keep on trying to stay within that muggle framework of things that we know doesn't work, that we know is dysfunctional, and that we know is toxic. You can't keep one foot in that world, in the muggle world, and do these things too. You've got to be brave and step into it and go, right, let's do it. Let's create this new way of being. Let's go for it. Let's just try it. If we want change, we've got to be that change. That used to be my favourite quote. We all want to be Harry Potter, right? Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Gryffindor, and what's the other one? What's the other one? Gryffindor. Gryffindor. What's the other one? Look at this. You know how we're getting that heart in the cage here? Close encounters. Look at that. There's a butterfly that's in the cage still, but there's a butterfly on the outside of the cage. They've come close. but the heart is still locked away. One of them's still locked away. That's it, Ravenclaw. Thank you, Timothy. So the heart is locked away, right? So this, you're out in the Muggle world, right? And everything's horrible, and people are hurting each other, and it's horrible, and it's just like but you're still out there. You're still, you know, doing the unloving thing, unself-loving thing by being around toxic people and all of that. And then you're like, fuck this, and you back off from it all. You become the hermit. You lock your heart away in the cage, going, this is so messed up. I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to do the self-loving thing. I'm going to be by myself for a while. That's the heart in the cage, right? That's the butterfly in the cage. You know you're a butterfly, but you're doing the self-love thing to get that firm foundation, right? This Close Encounters card, but you're like, oh, why can't I meet anyone else? But you're locked inside a cage. You can't meet anyone else yet because you're not ready to be free. You're not ready to free yourself with this key, right? You're like, but where are my people? Where are my butterflies? Where are they? I can't find that perfect one. So you've got to be ready to get that key and let yourself out of that cage. Just trust yourself. Now, from my experience, it just kind of happened. No, it didn't. Okay, I was just reminded that it didn't just kind of happen. Okay, so I was, like I've told this story so many times. I realized what I was doing. I realized that I was hanging around about all these alcoholics and everything, and it was making me anxious and it was making me drink. And it was like this perpetuating cycle of me being around those messed up people and it making me feel anxious, and so me drinking more to cope with it. And then I just kind of realized, I'm doing it to myself, you know. I'm neglecting myself. I'm doing what my family did to me, having me around these dangerous people. Yeah, some of them are addicts. They are, really. It's toxic. And I was doing that to myself, right? Neglecting myself in that way, not taking care of myself. So back right off and I stay at home. And I was up in that room in that big house that's up there, and I just started just taking care of myself. Literally all I was doing was like watching movies, working out, not drinking anymore, sleeping well. I was reading books. I was, just doing that. And it was only when, like, the only things that I was doing were the training, the gym stuff. That's the only stuff that I was doing kind of out of the house apart from shopping. And just getting used to that, yeah. Just quieting that part of myself that was saying, you should be out there, you should be socializing, you need people in your life and all of this. And I felt the relief from that, locking myself in that cage. I felt the relief from that. But I was going to the gym and I was going to training, but I was still shut down from those people, right? I wasn't really open enough. I was going there and I was doing that thing, but I was kind of shut down, not opening up to those people. And it was like bit by bit, bit by bit, I realized that, what this card say, I need to read it out again. The perfect key, 29. Bit by bit, I recognized that those people around me in the gym and in training were like me. They were like me. They were taking care of themselves. It's just, they'd always been there, those people. I was doing that when I was socializing. I was doing those things. I was going to those places. But my energy changed. And I started recognizing, these people that have always been there and I've not paid any attention to, they're taking care of themselves. The perfect key, happiness, encouragement, unlock feelings. This card shows a woman holding a key in one hand and a cage with a heart in it in the other. There's a bird sitting on the woman's shoulder, encouraging her to try different keys with his mouth. Yeah? So that bird is like, go out with this guy. Go, just be friends with us. Just do anything. Be with anyone. Just get out there again. You're making me feel uncomfortable doing the self-loving thing, not being with someone, not doing what all the other muggles are doing. Just try this, try that. Just do anything. Be out there again. And you're like, no, I'm going to keep myself locked up because I'm precious. Yet the woman has already found the perfect fitting key. She can open the cage and open her heart. Sometimes life is only a search for the right key, right? So those right keys were there in front of me all along, but I didn't see them until I got into that energy. Then it took a leap of faith, like that cavalier thing. It took so much courage in me for me to open up to those people. And why? Because they're super safe. Because I was used to the abusive people. I was used to the alcoholics and the addicts. They felt so normal to me. I was kind of comfortable in that discomfort. It took so much courage to open up to the safe people. Makes no sense now. It makes no sense now to me. But it did. It took a whole lot of courage. The right key was there in front of me. But all of that temptation, like people saying, just do this, just do that, they're still there now. The muggle's still saying that to me. Why don't you just go out with this guy? Why would I do that? It's insane. There are so many things that are hard for us to approach. We have trouble accessing our own feelings. Yeah? So I couldn't access my own feelings because I was so used to being around abusive people, alcoholics, addicts. They felt normal to me. I felt that was my feelings drawing me to those people. I couldn't access the true feelings of who is safe and self-loving and who can reciprocate. I was totally shut down to them. I had to force myself to open up to them. I had to get to the point where I was pissing myself off that I wasn't opening up to them and open up to them. We can have trouble accessing our own feelings. Thanks to friends and family, there are people who can help us find the lost keys to our personal happiness. Yeah, I don't think friends and family are going to do it. There are people that can help us find those lost keys to personal happiness there. It's a process. And this close encounters, this is saying like they're right there on the outside, they're right in front of you and you're not even seeing them. There's been close encounters, but you're not in the right energy yet to even see them. So a lot of y'all at the moment are caged. Me in a way too, still caged as well. I feel like it because I went back. Do you know what I mean? I backtracked after that. Yeah, I opened up to the right people that can reciprocate. But then I thought, oh, now I can hang out with these other people again, alcoholics and addicts. And it's like, oh, God, no, I can't do it to myself. And I've had to back off again. So it's not like you do this and then you never have a problem again. Oh, no, it's so easy to slip back into those patterns. There's so much hope in this card there. Both of these cards together, there's so much hope in this. This is saying the right people are right there. They're right there. And you've had close encounters. Someone's already freed themselves and they're looking at you there. They've noticed you and they're looking at you. And they're like, oh, this one looks like they're going to become one of us. The royal you. The one that really values yourself. Get that golden lotus there. The royal you. Really values yourself. Yes. Can't cover that card up. That was my favourite film for a long time. Close Encounters of the Bearing fruit. That's when the good stuff comes. Is that a butterfly in that tree? It is. And then you bear fruit. You get the stuff, the relationship, the stuff. It's the path that we keep on being told about. I keep on telling you about. But yeah, you can trip up again, start being around those people. Oh God, it's so easy to get back in that mud. If you've all read what was it? Was it in the 2012 book? beyond 2012. Getting back in the mud, getting back in the mud. Don't get back in the mud, you can't. You're like, oh, I think I can do it now. I feel really good. I feel like I'm balanced. I'm loving myself. I think I'll just go back with those addicts and the family members, those abusers, the alcoholics. I think I can do it now. I'm gonna go back in there, get back in that mud, and I think I can keep myself clean this time. No, you can't. You can't. Nobody can. Literally nobody can. So if you've found yourself saying, when's my person going to show up? When's this? When's that? It's like I keep on saying in my readings. I've started putting that caveat in there now. No, I'm not saying in my reading that this good stuff is going to show up for you if you're not doing the work, because it's not. If you're not doing the work, it's not going to show up. Like I keep on saying, all of these people that say they're with the twin flame. Nah, you're not. You're not. I'm not saying that nobody is, but the people that I've seen that are saying it, nah, not a chance. Mashed potatoes into a mountain. It's such a classic film, isn't it? Jug. Light-hearted, carefree time. Things are going to get so much easier. Don't be afraid to knock those towers down. Don't be afraid to be the one that knocks those towers down. Someone just needed to hear that. Woo! Problems to be resolved. Yes, there are. Ink pot. The ink pot has fallen. It needs to be mopped up. But you'll do it. And then shine like the star here. Guaranteed success. It's the only guaranteed path. No shortcuts, no. Oh, but if I just find my soulmate, my twin flame, I don't need to do this work. You're taking that line of action. You're going to get a hard relationship again. Got to do the self-love thing first. And actually do it. Take that action. There's a lot of hope here. What cat was it? Focus. Someone's being extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Pretty much everyone's doing that. But it's not about them changing. It's about us changing. That is telling me, like, don't keep on being around the same people and just like wishing that they'd change and then trying to get them to change and just like, oh, if all of these people that aren't loving themselves would just love themselves. It's like, no, open your eyes. Look in the mirror. You got to love yourself. There are people out there. Sure, there's not many of them, but there are people out there that are doing it too. You just got to keep on down that path. Keep on walking down that path. You'll find them. They're already there. I'm telling you, those people were already there in front of me. Shine bright like a diamond. The royal you. Don't be stubborn and don't try and change those people that aren't doing it. Don't get back in that mud. You've got happiness coming. Look, that picture of the bird alone in the tree there. Flowers all around them. Goonies. Yeah, good one, teacher. They make you voice what you're doing, figuring out, stop you from guiding, cheerleading others. Yeah. 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 Wealth. There's bearing fruit, all of that stuff that you want, the outer conditions that you think need to come first, before you can be happy. It's the other way around. Like we've heard it a million times, haven't we? It's the other way around. You find it in yourself first. But this is actually how to do it, the self-loving thing. It's like, no, surely it doesn't mean cutting yourself off. And like all of these people, this bird here with these keys is going to say, don't seclude yourself, don't harm it, don't break away from people, don't leave your family, you can't do that. Oh, that's terrible. There must be another way. No, there isn't. There isn't another way. Not to get the good stuff anyway. And don't forget, the message here was that we're planting new seeds now. This isn't the well-trodden path. This is the road less traveled. The road that hardly anyone travels on. What else? Let's get some more cards out and be done with this. 7 minutes. I'm giving myself a 7-minute warning. Get a heart out. Tolerance. Yeah, the only person who can change is you. It's true. And if we just use our energy for ourselves in our own lives, then we can really make big things happen. I had to do it before I could even do this. I had the idea of this show, doing this show, like 2 years before I actually did it. I couldn't do it until I'd done that self-love thing. Couldn't do it. This came out, me being able to actually do this came out of that. I can't remember how long I'd put myself in isolation for before I started doing this show. Tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. Yeah. But it doesn't mean to stay there and tolerate it. We just have to be really clear. This is why this focus card came out, right? We've got to be clear about where we're going. It's like kind of thing, it's like, say, like my business, like people can say to me, oh, you're working too much or this and that. But it's like, no, I've got a clear focus. I'm an entrepreneur. You don't get the success that I've got if you don't do this. You've got to have a clear focus. Isn't there anybody that's getting the success that I'm getting that isn't doing the same thing, that isn't pouring a lot of the time and their energy into it with that focus? Yeah, you knew it too, Penny. Couldn't move forward until you worked on self. Yeah. I'm glad you're here too, Christine. So just be careful about what you tolerate. Don't be afraid of pushing that tower over. It doesn't mean that we don't love them or we don't believe in them. It just means we just leave them up to their own path, Okay, I'm going to sort myself out. You sort yourselves out. We'll all be good. Spring green. Yeah. There's a lot of promise in all of this. Unhappy people can't stand for anyone else to be happy. And it's true. And even if they've got a smile on the face, you tell them, oh, my business is doing really well, and they smile like this. Great. And and you can feel it and you can see it in them. It's not great. And the thing is, if you carry on hanging out with people like that, it brings you down. You're like, no, I can stay in the mud and keep clean. You can't, because we're vibrational beings. Not only will your periods sync up with them, your energy will sync up with them. Can't do it. And so you've got to be alone, focus on yourself, get your energy straight, and then you'll notice these ones that are out there. You'll notice them. They've always been there, but you'll notice them. Pennywise. Tolerate nothing. Yeah. Let's be cavalier about it. See? Like this. Push those towers over. Be like Jesus, but not like codependent Jesus. Be like Jesus that throws all the tables around. Yeah, let's do that. Be that one. Don't be codependent, Jesus. Bop them on the head. Take that one, bop them on the head, and then knock the house down with it. That tower fall. It's rubbish anyway. And on that note, don't tolerate the tower anymore. Knock it down. It's already falling apart. And on that note, I bid you farewell. I'm going to go and have a massage. So thank you for coming along, everybody. Sharing this with me. Check out my blog on behealing.com. I know, there's a lot of old stuff in there. Oh, I'm not going to read it. It's boring. I'm sure it's not boring, but yeah, it's a trip back in. It would be a trip back in time for me, that's for sure. Let's do it all over again tomorrow, shall we? Now we're 5G fast. Isn't it great? We don't have to complain about it anymore. Oh, wouldn't it be awesome if they sorted out the app, the camera app? That would be amazing. If that didn't break anymore, it would just be perfect. Thanks for coming along, everybody. Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow. Bye. Click like on it if you haven't already.